their sins. Question 2a. Reasons why the Israelites broke the covenant they had made with God while at Mount Sinai. It's found in Exodus chapter 32 from verse 1 to 35. Moses, their leader, had taken too long on the mountain. Aaron, who had been left in charge of the people, was weak. The Israelites wanted a God they could see. The Israelites were still influenced by the Egyptian way of worship. The teachings of Moses had vanished from people's minds. The Israelites lacked faith in God. The Israelites lacked knowledge of the nature of God. 2b. Conditions that God gave to the Israelites during the renewal of the Sinai covenant is found in Exodus chapter 34 from verse 1 to 35. The Israelites were to obey God's command. The Israelites were not to make any treaties with other tribes. The Israelites were to destroy the altars of their gods. That is, they were to destroy the places of idol worship. They were not to worship any other god but Yahweh. They were to keep the feast of the unleavened bread. The Israelites were to dedicate all their male firstborn children to God. The Israelites were to rest on the seventh day. They were to offer to God the first fruits of their harvest. All the male Israelites were to appear before God 3 times in a year. They were not to offer the blood of the sacrifices. They were not to intermarry with foreigners. They were not to make graven image idols. 2c. Importance of 10 Commandments to Christians. The 10 Commandments safeguard Christians against idol worship. They help Christians to have the right relationship with God. They warn against indulging themselves in practices that drives them away from God. They remind Christians to keep the Sabbath day. They promote good relationship between parents and their children. They help Christians to protect human life. They act as a guidance to Christian living. The 10 Commandments help to protect people's property. They help to teach the virtue of honesty. 10 Commandments promote good relationship with other people. Question 3a. Characteristics of Canaanite religion. Canaanite religion was a nature religion. It comprised of many gods. That is, it was pantheistic. They had a chief god. They worshipped their gods on mountaintops. Idols were made to represent each god. The Canaanites practiced temple prostitution as part of the worship of the gods. They offered elaborate human sacrifices to the gods and the goddesses. Festivals were celebrated to honor the gods. Each god had his or her own prophet. Each god played a specific role in the community. (3b) Challenges faced by Elijah during the prophetic mission in Israel. Prophet Elijah had to defend his faith to prove that Yahweh was a true God. He was accused by King Ahab of being the troublemaker in Israel. Prophet Elijah had to convince the people that he was the true prophet of Yahweh. He lived in fear after pronouncing the truth in Israel. He had to flee from Israel after killing the prophets of Baal. Jezebel threatened to kill him. Elijah felt discouraged and wished to die. Two prophets of Yahweh were being persecuted. Elijah had to fight Baalism, which had been made state religion. The death of 850 Baal prophets and Asherah prophets in Israel. 3C. Ways in which Christians fight corruption in Kenya today. Through condemning all unjust practices in the society, by praying for the corrupt people to change their behavior, through advocating for the enactment of laws that can help to strengthen the fight against corruption. Christians act as role models for others to emulate. They make moral choices through use of life skills, by lobbying for the punishment of all those who abuse justice, by providing civic education on the evils of corruption, through exposing corrupt practices in the society, by obeying the laws of the state, by preaching the importance of integrity to the people. Christians report those engaged in corruption to the relevant authorities. Question 4a. The vision of the basket of summer fruits shown to Prophet Amos by God is found in Amos chapter 8 verse 1 to 3. Prophet Amos was shown a basket of ripe fruits at the end of the harvest. God told Amos that Israel was ripe for destruction. Just as one waits for the time of harvest fruits, God had waited for the Israelites to repent. Since Israelites had not repented, the time had come for them to be punished. God's judgment would not be delayed any longer. Prophet Amos was silent that he did not plead for God's mercy for the Israelites. This meant that punishment was inevitable. 4b. The teaching of Prophet Amos to the day of the Lord. The day of the